With Simple Purposeful Living, and I wanted to share with you a super simple appetizer recipe that is a crowd favorite, and appetizers have my heart, so of course it's really good, and it's spinach artichoke dip. And I thought I'd just show you how I make it really quickly. It's on the blog as well, and the link is located in the description of this video. But the first thing I do is I just go ahead and get some cream cheese and stick that, kind of just scrape it off the paper and stick it in my mixer, as well as, and I just like to scrape off the excess a little bit so I get all that cream cheese goodness, because I love cream cheese. And then I am going to use, let's see, how much is this? 8-ounce sour cream. So I'm just going to put that in with the cream cheese. Spatula here. I'll dump that all into my mixing bowl. I just use a mixer because it's really easy just to mix it all together. Easier than by hand, but you could definitely use it by hand or use a hand mixer if you wanted to as well. Just to get it all put together. And then the next thing I do is put in my spinach. Now, this is a tricky thing. The first time I heard about using frozen spinach, it said to dry your spinach, and I was like, how do you dry frozen spinach? Well, I just wrap it in paper towels, and then I squeeze it over the sink, and you'll be surprised at how much, I mean, listen to all that water, just pour out, and I squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as much as I can. You want to do it over the sink because you get this lovely green color, and you want to use lots of paper towels and a good quality paper towel so that you don't eat any of your paper towels in your spinach, and just until you think it's pretty good. I always just do it a little bit more than I think. And then I pull the paper towel apart, and then I dump the spinach into the bowl as well, and just try to get all the main parts into the bowl without getting any paper towel. Okay, and then the next thing is you're gonna use some artichoke hearts. I've already drained this over the sink, and now I'm gonna cut them with a knife. Now, it's up to you how coarse or fine you cut them. I like to dice them up pretty good because not everybody loves like a huge chunk of artichoke hearts. So I just like to cut them pretty bite-sized, just coarse cut your artichokes. I just love anything with an appetizer, and we do appetizers for lots of events because there's something for everybody. It's just easy. Everybody can contribute something. They can do as much or as little as they want. They can buy store-bought, bring homemade, they can do a dip or, you know, whatever. And I like to serve my spinach artichoke dip with tortilla chips, but you could serve it with bread. You could serve it in a, you know, with like a bread bowl. This is a baked one. It tastes good baked. Okay, and so I have them kind of coarsely chopped here. Make sure I get all my pieces diced and chopped. And then I'll pour that in. I love these little Pampered Chef. I'm not a Pampered Chef consultant, but I love these little cutting, I think they're called like cutting sheets instead of like a cutting board, because you can just bend it. Okay, and then the last thing we're gonna, or two last things, we're gonna put in a can of cream chilies. I don't drain it because they don't really need to be drained. So I put that in. And then mozzarella cheese. Now here's the deal. I keep a little bit for garnishing for the top, but everything else goes in. And then you mix. Forgot to close it. Real life. So that mixes for a minute. Meanwhile, I have a pan that I sprayed with a little bit of kitchen spray. I'm a messy cook today. And I'm just gonna pour this in when it's done. Make sure it's really well mixed. It's mixed, isn't it? And then you can just pull it out. Put all that spinach all that spinach mixed in. I want to make sure that, let's see, I need another spatula.
What are you doing?
Make sure that, yep, the cream cheese got all mixed in. You don't want a big hunk of cream cheese. And then you're just gonna stick this in now you could divide this in half if you don't have a large group or you're doing lots of other appetizers, because this does make a big container. So you could split it in half and freeze half before you cook it.
Yep.
And then serve it later, or you could serve the whole thing depending on a crowd.
Yep.
My assistant is helpful. And then I just like to garnish it with a little bit of cheese that I reserved. And I just have some Parmesan cheese just for a little extra coating on top. And it's ready for the oven. I cook it at 350 degrees, uncovered, so it gets nice and brown on top. You'll know it's done when it starts to bubble on the sides. And like I said, you can make it now and serve it later. I love to do that. I just put this in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it tonight for our small group, and then I'll have spinach artichoke dip. So I hope you'll try that. It's on the blog. All the recipe and details are on the blog. And I hope that you enjoy the simple spinach artichoke dip.